We'll let you know exactly what the story is with Brett LeMans' withdrawal very shortly. Southern Suburbs, fullback is Gary Belcher. The wingers are Phil Beavers and Steve Underwood. In the centres, Mal Meninga and Peter Jackson. Meninga back from overseas and back into this Southern Suburbs side. There was a little bit of trouble with a groin injury, but passed a fitness test yesterday and is taking his place in the side. So he and Peter Jackson in the centres. Bruce Harry is 5'8" and Brad Sully the halfback. The lock forward is Bruce Astelin, captain. In the second row, Ash Lumbey and Bob Linder. And the front row is Bob Kellaway, Eddie Muller and Adrian Higgs. And of course all players here, Mick, quite a few of them putting in their last minute claims for selection in the Brisbane team to play South Sydney here on May 2 in the National Panasonic Cup.
Yes, you're not wrong, and they'll be getting into it, I feel. Should be a great game, Bill.
Here we go, set to go. It's South's coming from, appropriately, the southern end of the ground. And here's the big long kick-off, and it's going to be taken right from the kick-off this time by the winger in Malcolm Scott for Eastern Suburbs. Quickly, Muller and also Ash Lumbey there in for the tackle. Dummy half is Bowman. He'll take it straight up. About to play it. Front row, Martin Bella. Referee Irwin almost being caught up in the players there, but a penalty to Eastern Suburbs. And just repeating that early match here today, Toowoomba strolling home against Wide Bay to the tune of 76 points to 4. And in the under-18 match, which was also played here earlier this afternoon, it was a Trades and Labour Cup match, and that was a win for Toowoomba also. They came home winners over Wide Bay to the tune of 24 points to 16. Right, ball rolling loose. Eddie Muller will end up with it, but a knock on. So we'll have a scrum coming up. So that last minute change for the Eastern Suburbs lineup, McLean coming in for Brett LeMans. The changes we knew about, of course. In by Sully, into South's ball. Sully whipping it across over there to Belcher. Nice tackle by Cook up there very smartly. Gary Thompson getting into the tackle, and so too was McLean. Kellaway, one of the players in the running for the Brisbane side. The team selected tonight. Muller sending it across to Higgs. Plains over there. He's nice and keen in the early part of this match, as well they might be. Southern Suburbs, of course, the rage team in Brisbane at the moment, carrying all before them. 9 wins in a row. And they're the pace setters so far as the Winfield Cup ladder is concerned, up on top on 10 points. And they're equal leaders, of course, on the State League ladder also on 4 points, together with Winner, Manly and Valleys. Carson brings it up for Easts. Scott the dummy half. 20 metres short of the halfway mark. Muller is underneath. Higgs over the top. Notice here, Mick, that a couple of the South jerseys, that I don't know what they've done in the washing, but the black on the sleeves has gone astray. It's very well, a whitey, sort of a greyish colour as opposed to the straight out black. I don't know what's happened there.
Yes, it's quite off colour.
He's spinning it along there to Scott quite nicely. Thompson across to Hudson. Hudson to Bella. Thompson from dummy half again. On to Carson. Nicely taken there by Belcher. Tackling is nice and solid there. Thompson in, rather McLean in underneath. Here's Bob Kellaway. Turns. Linder. Another of the players ready to lay claims here today to this Brisbane side. Brad Sully to Muller. He's trying to get away. They've got to put them to the deck. But that's the only chance, I think, the big chance that East have got, if they can disrupt this pattern of play that South have ended up in, and that's the one of keeping the ball alive.
Well, they're doing that just now, and doing it quite well indeed, Eastern Suburbs.
I feel that's the key to it. Anyway, time will tell. Bruce Harry, cross to Astle, then away to Belcher. This is nice. Belcher still going. There's the defence, though. McDonald was underneath, and also getting across over there was Gary Thompson. Thompson's played a little bit of halfback, but not a great deal. But he'll have his work cut out around those scrums against a very wily little customer in Brad Sully. Penalty coming up to Southern Suburbs. Bruce Astle with the ball, gives it to Phil Beavers. And he will kick the touch. We'll all the score at the moment here at Lane Park. We've had 6 minutes of play. Rather 5 minutes of play. In this, the first quarter. The work to line side, that's Linder. Muller from dummy half. Over to Higgs. They still unload it, keep it going nicely. Astle. Back into the lot, but still keeps it going again. On to Sully. Sully turns it back inside to Belcher. First try of the match. And Belcher over underneath the posts. And Souths with a lead of 4 points to 0.
That's what the Eastern Suburbs didn't want to allow. As Bill, you made the remark before, they must put the player on the ground. But look at this. Unloaded by Higgs, unloaded by Linder. A little bit of dancing around here from the captain. On to Linder again. He's handled twice, and a beautiful short pass to Sully. And an inside pass picks up Belcher. Where he came from, I've got no idea, but nice football.
It'll make interesting viewing from the head on, because there's a lot of chopping and changing here, and you can see how, look at this to Sully, round over there to Belcher, and Belcher stepping his way through for the first try of the match. Good work from Southern Suburbs. Phil Beavers now attempting to convert the try. He's dead set in front. And South's playing that game so well. Keep that ball moving. And that's the first try of the match. Here's the kick. Straight through the centre. So Souths have a lead of 6 points to 0. Play coming back onto the halfway mark. And it'll be Dennis Cook to restart play. Trevor Cook, rather, to restart play. Bruce Astle knocking it down. Actually picked up by Underwood. Lumbee dummy half. South just inside their own quarter. This is Kellaway. Martin Bella the tackler. Muller. Astle. Sully. Dummy half Muller. Lumbee. Harry. Jackson juggles it, loses it. He's keeping it on the toe. Cook is out after it, but Jackson is going to be the first one there. It was a penalty. Held back over there. Robert Hudson, I feel it was, Mick, who was the first one to the ball.
Actually, both the Eastern Suburbs players were held back. And very good refereeing. He was on the ball. You will see the kick back. Now, watch this. But I think it was Belcher holding on. Actually, he tackled him. You can't do much more than that.
He not only held him, he tackled him. It was a very hard hold. So it gives now Eastern Suburbs a chance to kick for goal. Souths with a try very early in their match by Gary Belcher. And now it's Trevor Cook attempting to put the first points on the board for Eastern Suburbs.
Lane Park being graced by red-headed 5/8s today, Bill.
Yes, there's a few of them about. Of course, if he fails with the boot, they can always use Hudson. He kicked 3 out of 3 last week when he came on, but he's missed it. So the score remains South leading by 6 points to 0.
Wednesday night, Mr. T and the A-Team. Assignment, Africa.
A little healthy advice, mister. Don't work for that lady.
A greedy miner wants a piece of every mine in South Africa.
You kill them if you have to. No one opens that mine but me. It's coming open!
Mr. T, he's big and mean, but he's on your side.
Nice behave.
The A-Team, more spectacular action, Wednesday night, 7:30 on TVO.
When you're wearing Impulse Exotique, look out for the unexpected. If a complete stranger suddenly gives you flowers, that's Impulse, the cologne body spray with the reassurance of a deodorant. Irresistible. Impulse Exotique. So irresistible, anything could happen.
Yeah, you're gonna feel it. Yeah, you're gonna want it. Yeah, you can't believe it's a rhyme and ball. Yeah, you're gonna try it. Yeah, you're gonna love it. Yeah, you can't believe it's a rhyme and ball. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, you're gonna feel it. Yeah, you're gonna want it. Yeah, you can't believe it's a rhyme and ball. Yeah, you're gonna try it. Yeah, you're gonna buy it. Yeah, you can't believe it's a rhyme and ball.
The insurance market today is pretty crowded with everyone striving to get value for money. Now score a better car and house insurance deal. Introducing QRL. Top value cover at the lowest possible cost will always be our policy. Save 15% off our standard house and contents insurance rates if you've been insured with any company for 12 months without a claim. You could save yourself some money when it comes to car and house insurance and support Queensland sport at the same time. Score a better deal with QRL Insurance. Phone 229 9233.
We took golden Australian corn, toasted it, dipped it in honey, then sprinkled it with nuts. And if that sounds good, listen to this. Kellogg's new Crunchy Nut Cornflakes. When it comes to the crunch, there's no other breakfast cereal like it. And it's from Kellogg's, of course.
Here live at Lang Park, and Southern Suburbs are blue there by Brad Sully. They had a penalty, Mick, about 25 metres out from the east line. Sully went to kick for touch, didn't find it. Matter of fact, put it straight back there to Carson, the fullback for East, so East are now in possession.
It's a bad fundamental error.
Just have a score through from Rockhampton at quarter time. Central Queensland are leading Norths by 4 points to 0. Down in Sydney, Norths lead East by 6 to 0, and South Sydney lead Manly 2 points to 0. Good start down there, Michael.
Not the best, that last one.
Well, it's only early days, Mick. Scrum to pack down, midway between the quarter and halfway, down inside South's territory. Penalty Easts.
We've had a penalty from nearly every scrum so far.
Well, we've had two 2-1 penalties going each way out of the scrums. And we've had 6 scrums. So half of the scrums have...
Sorry, it seems like it.
Oh, sorry, yeah. We've had plenty, Nick. Trying to find a way through there is Cattle here. East are throwing it around nicely, Nick. A couple of times, though, they've just been a little bit too eager, but that's the game that they play so well.
Well, they have to play it against South, so move that ball all the time.
Cavalhue there. Back to Gary Thompson outside to Cook. Cook's going to be wrapped up, though. Bruce Harry very smartly on top of him. Thompson again to dummy half. Lost by McLean, but regathered. It was a knock on, though. Scrum is 15 metres out from the Southern Suburbs line. In lies Sully. Trying to sneak through the back of the scrum. Not sure where he was trying to go.
Right through the middle. Totally suicidal, that.
This is Belcher. Still going, Belcher.
Did he pass it to the referee?
Almost did. Well, I suppose the way Souths are playing, Mick, with their style of play, you could just about throw it there, expecting it to be a Souths player. But there they go again, still keeping it alive. Kellaway on the bounce, right over the top to Meninga. McDonald coming in from the wing and bowled him over. I don't think Mel was too keen on that either. Kellaway still unloads it. Higgs. No chance of getting that one away, though. So Munner, way to Meninga. Tackle by Bella, but got it back over there to Kellaway. This is good. Harry. Men everywhere here.
Should have let it go, Harry, on that occasion.
Higgs. Sully. Linder. Lumbie. Oh, miles away from the winger Underwood.
That Mr. Brady's running around out there, the invisible man again.
Scrum is 8 metres inside South's territory. 6 points to 0, the Magpies lead. Gary Thompson to feed. I don't think that went near the scrum, did it?
No.
Malcolm Scott's the man to end up to it for Eastern Suburbs. They won't be complaining. Thompson across over there to Carson. Centre field, a couple of metres inside South Territory. Bowman back over there to Belcher. They need big efforts from these forwards today. Eastern Suburbs. Cook getting it away to Kelly. Back to Cook. Lost it. Eddie Muller with it. Lumbee. The attacker's on again. But oh, he got it away. Lost by Belcher. Rolling loose. He sent up.
Silly pass from Lumbee. Best to play it safe under those conditions.
Crossfield there is Hudson. Third in the tackle. Slow to the feet. Bowman. Patterson. Presuming after that ankle injury. Took the place of Brad Cross, who'd been doing a pretty good job in Patterson's absence. Cook, Kelly, Carson. They're not messing around either team out there today. Good stuff.
Running onto it and tackling hard.
Hudson back to Cook. One-handed pass across field. Thompson picks up, swishes it back the other way to Kelly. He said, I'll have a kick. We've got to do something. Underwood. Scott has him by the collar of the jersey and eventually takes care of him. So play it to Peter Jackson. He's up offside. Penalty Souths. Plenty of penalties, 7 of them at the moment. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. In what has been a good contest so far. Phil Beavers doing the honours. Just about 15 metres inside East Territory. That's where Eddie Muller will take the tap. To Higgs. Losing his footing. Muller again. Linder.
Julia Shepherd then running behind Bob Calloway.
Muller. Astle. Harry. Sully. Play it on the quarter line. Belcher from dummy half. To Linder. To Belcher again. To Higgs. Plenty of ice going on out there. Muller. Stretch of the jersey there as he was held by Cavalhue. But the pressure continues. Calloway to Harry. He loses it though. Now it's lost again. And a knock on in there. Scrum will be 25 metres out from the east line.
Bob Calloway kicking that ball away. Maybe had the whistle go on the knock on, but should play it safe and dive on it.
6-0 South lead. Penalty East before the ball goes into the scrum. And once again Cook. An attempt to drive it up to about the halfway mark. Gets it up close to there. 5 metres short of it. And East will take a tap from there. Over to Bowman.
He has to run this time.
Crossover to Patterson running onto it. Bowman from dummy half. Turns it back to McLean, who had trouble handling it again. Twice he's done it in the match. Referee ruling a knock on.
I didn't agree with that, but it was bad handling. McLean's dropped twice in 2 samples.
In this first quarter, East have lost the ball on 5 occasions as opposed to South's 3. Dived on by Thompson. Just ahead of Brad Sully. I'd say he'd get some satisfaction out of that playing against his old club. Trying to prove that he's right up there with them. Carson playing it back to Kelly. Thompson again. He's handled the job all right so far, Mick.
Thompson's having a good game at halfback. He's involved and getting the ball all the time at that position, so he's settled down.
Well, I think on the wing he's always chased work, hasn't he? He's always looked to, doesn't like to be out of the action. Kick through. South will get it. We're into the final minute of the first quarter. Higgs now going to get back to Kellaway. Pulled down by Patterson. Muller from dummy half. Ooh, bulldog to the ground there by Trevor Patterson. Are you out in the farm, Mick?
Kellaway was injured in that last tackle, I feel.
Astle, I'm not surprised. It was pretty heavy stuff. Cavalhue underneath. Over the top was Bowman. Sully. Looking for Jackson. Jackson upended. Ball rolls loose. Jackson regathers. We'll have a knock on in there. No, it's a changeover. One try in the first quarter of this match, scored by Belcher after 5 minutes. It was converted by Phil Beavers. And that makes up the 6 points for Southern Suburbs in the first half of this match. We saw Cook have a shot at goal for Eastern Suburbs, was unsuccessful. Scrums in the first quarter have ended up 2-2, and the penalties have gone East's way by 5-3. So the quarter time score, Souths with a 6-point advantage over Eastern Suburbs.
We've seen a whole lot of champions in Australia on Rank Arena, Australia's favourite colour TV. Seen them run, swim and fall, seen them hit and do it all on Rank Arena, our favourite colour TV.
Now, Rank Arena proudly salute their champion, partner in technology, NEC, the name that will continue to bring you the very best in colour TV.
See them try, see them fall, see it best of all on Rank Arena, our favourite colour TV.
There are going to be times when a reliable vehicle inspection could save you a lot of money for a small outlay. When you're buying a car, before you travel for your own peace of mind and safety, and before your new car warranty expires. For just a $15 joining fee and $26 a year, it pays to belong to the RACQ, because we're on your side.
You'll never know when you are near the RACQ. We're on your side.
My mum says she doesn't know where she'd be without Ripper carpet stain remover. She says there's no more vacuuming or messy powder. It even works on the stains I make, and it's safe on our best carpets. I expect Mum's really glad to have me so she can buy it.
Carpet Stain Remover by Ripper. Tough on stains, gentle on carpets.
Oh, Mum!
Now when you call into Kentucky Fried Chicken, with this 9-piece thrift box, we'll give you a treat.
With every thrift box, you'll get 4 cans of Coke free, plus 4 Lang Park Grandstand tickets free as well. And with a 3-piece dinner box, we'll give you a free can of Coke, plus a Lang Park Grandstand ticket free.
2 great offers from the Colonel in April.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, the taste Australia's going to love.
Gary Belcher getting over after only 5 minutes of the match. And it was Southern Suburbs keeping the ball alive and East not putting them down. And they are moving somewhere along the line, Mick. Sure of it. Here they go.
Rather amazing that Linder played the ball and handled the ball on 2 more occasions. There, he's got it there. That's the second time he handled.
This is Bruce Astle.
There he is again. 3rd time he handled it in this movement.
Nice piece of work to get it to Brad Sully. He found Belcher coming through, and it was good work all the way around. So Gary Belcher in for the opening try for Southern Suburbs today. That was converted by Phil Beavers. So we end up with South with a lead of 6-0 at the quarter-time break. Johnny Lang's had a fair bit to say to his team down there. Wayne Bennett seems to be taking it fairly coolly. But Langy had been slipping into his team, but I thought the first quarter was good football, Mick. They're not messing about. Good hard tackles.
Oh, certainly, and nothing illegal about the whole thing. They're just hitting it. Well, it's a most important game for East. They've got to get up off the carpet, and if they could knock Souths off, that'd be a real feather in their cap and get them on the way to starting.
So we're getting ready for the second quarter here at Lang Park. No word on the withdrawal of Brett LeMan. No one knows anything about an injury. Bit of a mystery. So play getting ready for the second quarter here at Lang Park. And it'll be South, of course, once again coming from the southern end of the ground. The lead is 6 points to 0. So here's the kickoff now. Bruce Harry putting it into play. Carson across to get right underneath it.
Couldn't say East made too many mistakes in the first half, first quarter, Bill. It was just jolly good football by South moving the ball that found the gap.
Handling error is probably about the only thing. They lost it on 6 occasions as opposed to South's 3. So if they can tighten that up a little bit. There's Thompson.
Having a good game at half-back.
Taken to the task well. Bella. Looking for big efforts from the big fellows up front. Final tackle. Cook. Bounces off an East player, I feel. Flying through the air. Belcher couldn't handle it. Another 6 tackles, so it must have touched the opposition there. Carson. Bowman is dummy half. As you can see, a nice bright day here at Lang Park. McLean.
Didn't drop that one.
McDonald in from the wing is dummy half. Souths, or rather East, about 20 metres short of the halfway. Thompson. Cavalier. Final tackle again. Been going a lot with those 6 tackles. Here's Carson with a boot underneath it. Vivas is back there, takes it. Onto the halfway before he's tackled. Put down by McLean. Sully. Muller from dummy half. Harry, Meninga, Jackson. Good tackle there by Cook. Lumbie. Over the top in there was Hudson, so that Lumbie had no chance of getting the pass away. Kellaway.
What do they call him? The Scar.
Here's the final tackle. Harry. Eventually put down. Lost it. It was a changeover anyway. Martin Bella. Ten metres short of halfway, Eastern Suburbs. Thompson. Bowman sends it back to Patterson. Cook. Jones. Dummy half is Bowman again. Thompson. It was danger right from the first time it came to Thompson.
Yes, he was endeavouring to throw a Wally Lewis come rugby union scrum half pass, but didn't come off.
He didn't have the best of passes to start with either, so it was a bit of trouble. Sully away with it. Here's Belcher, but he's lost it. Follows through out after it for the referee to play the knock on.
Oh, and looked a good rehearsed move, that one too.
Yes, had he been able to take it, it would have been quite a handful for Eastern Suburbs. South 7 against the feed. Here's Belcher into it again. Jackson and Meninga. He's lost it. Gary Thompson, the man to dive onto it for Eastern Suburbs. Linder and his other second-row partner in Lumbee going in there. Thompson. Gavin Jones. Charging up the centre, the big fellow. Bowman to Thompson, Cook. Gee, Harry getting up very smartly. Putting Kelly down. Cook away to McLean. Tackled by Astill. Bella dummy half. South's lead is 6 points to 0. We're into the second quarter here. First 5 minutes of the quarter have just gone. Down to Gary Belcher. Scott is out after him and gets him. Couple of metres short of the halfway. Kellaway, dummy half. Still on the halfway. Muller. To Higgs. Bit suspect.
Referee right in line with it, but by Jove it was flat.
Harry. Kellaway. Straight into the hands of Lumbee. A little bit lucky, touched by the opposition, so they have another 6 tackles. They won't need them because Meninga's in. Now Meninga over for the second try of the match for Southern Suburbs. And their lead is 10 points to 0.
And Meninga pulled the muscle again too, or the groin injury then. He won't be there for much longer, but that was a good run from Lumbee. Although, as you said, a lot of luck in it. There it was, touched in flight, picked up by Lumbee. He sees the open spaces, and he went. Flat strap, and there's Meninga stretching to come up on the inside of him. And just there.
Mal Meninga over for the second try of the match for Southern Suburbs. So their lead is now 10 points to 0. And Phil Beavers is now about to attempt to convert the try. He's out of fair way. Notice those South players down to the halfway getting into the water. Not surprisingly, it's a very warm day out here today. Beavers had one easy shot at goal to convert that opening try of Gary Belcher's. This one will test him out a bit. A little bit of a breeze upfield, but not a great deal. Hooked it well away to the left-hand side of the uprights. South's at 10 and East's a 0 at Lang Park. So we're back onto the halfway, ready to resume from there. Bruce Astill again knocking it back. Got it to Lumbee. Lumbee in a touch.
Lumbee got a shock when he received that ball. He wasn't expecting it.
There's no one in the world he was expecting it.
And he got such a shock he just ran, and unfortunately he had support with him. He could have done something very constructive there.
In by Thompson. Cross over to Cook. Nowhere to go because Harry arrives on the scene very smartly.
Oh, Joe, he is standing up today, Harry, isn't he? Keep an eye on him, see if he's up offside.
McLean. Kelly. Patterson. Bowman is the dummy half. He's pinged somebody over there. Linder and Sully. Cook. Going to find touch.
You get some lovely reports or retorts from the crowd, don't you?
Here on this side, there's some good ones, all right. So now, can Eastern Suburbs do something from here? Over to Martin Bella. And then a strong run from Jones. Here's McLean again. Good run by McLean. Bowman is dummy half. Gary Thompson. Ooh, a long one. Picked up nicely. Going for the corner is Scott. Has he got it down? That's the big question. Try. Referee gives a try. We had a camera right on that spot, so we might be able to get a good look at it.
Oh, that was a good effort from Eastern Suburbs. And it's the last pass, the one that cuts out the players. Actually, it was Thompson that threw the long one. And then on to Scott. Had not much room to move, but definitely... Ooh. That didn't look too good, Bill. But
I have to say, definitely. I wouldn't mind having another look at that one, Mick.
No, well, I think he did drop it a bit, but I was worried about him being in. But he was definitely in. It was whether he dropped it or not.
All right, well, let's have another look now. You'll see Gary Thompson with this good long pass. And here's Scott. Oh, I'd like he's lost it.
Yes, he did drop it, but, well, he got over the line. You can't stop the points on the board.
Well, we're pretty lucky there. Things were spot on. Our camera boys have done a great job, though. Right on the spot.
Yes, it was well done. And Andy's gone sheet white.
There's Trevor Cook. Hooked it away to the left. It's 10 points to 4 now here at Lang Park, with Souths leading at the moment. So now it'll be onto the halfway. Bruce Harry, the man to start play. Big high kick from Bruce Harry. Will bounce once in front of Carson. Decides to have a run. Dummy half Bowman. Linder, the tackler. 2 tries to 1 at the moment. Trying the first quarter from Souths with Belcher. 1 in this second quarter with Meninga. We have our first scorers in the match now. 5 for Easts and 1 for Souths. 5 and 1. Here's McDonald. A little bit of room to move. Beaver's in for the tackle, though. Gary Thompson. Cavalhue. Thompson again. Unloaded it. Cook with it. They keep it going. The quick hands might do the job for them. They will. Here's Scott still going. Ooh, knocked down there. Picked up by Martin Bella. Another 6 tackles. Touched by the opposition.
He's still looking dangerous.
Once they can start to get that momentum up. They are. That's Patterson. Dummy half Bowman. 20 metres inside South's territory. Cook. Way over to Jones. Jones solidly put down. Linder, the man underneath. Bowman from dummy half. Thompson. Cook.
He spent half the quarter on the ground, Thompson, getting the ball away.
So now to Q again. Final tackle. To Cook. There's the bomb from Cook. Belcher is back there. Carson going up. Carson tackles him. And Belcher's about 8 metres from his own line. Beaver. Caught from the dummy half. Higgs. Muller works the blind side to Sully. On to Linder. Put down just short of the quarter line. Astle is the dummy half this time. Over to Lumbey. Lumbey goes without the ball. It's going to be picked up by Hudson.
Making a couple of mistakes, Ash Lumbey.
Kelly. Lost by Thompson. Regathers, but the knock on.
Oh, and how unfortunate. He's outside the South defence, although he's got loser's limb. But he was away there, Thompson.
Scrum will be just inside, or just on the South quarter line. In by Sully. I don't think it went anywhere near it.
Tell you what, it's a joke, these scrums, aren't they? I don't know what they're trying to do, the referees.
Cook will kick for touch. Chance for East to put some pressure on here, Mick.
Well, they have had the pressure on all this quarter, I'd say. It's been East quarter, this one.
Well, South haven't been able to drop into that pattern of keeping the ball moving.
Well, they've been disjointed because East have been tackling hard and running very strongly with the ball.
So now it's Bowman to take the tap. Some 6 or 7 metres out from the South's line to Eastern Suburbs. The dummy half is Martin Bella. He'll give it back to Gavin Jones. Neil Patterson are one of the guys that are likely to break that defence and so close to this line. Thompson, Cook. He's been well spotted today, Cook. Obviously they're trying to cut that back line out. Thompson again. Carson into the back line, then away to Kelly. Here's a chance. Kelly, knocked down by Vivers. McDonald misses it. And it rolls loose in the in-goal area and eventually over the dead ball line.
Oh, they were gone then. Vivers knocked it, but didn't catch it, and it was play on. The advantage was on.
Have another look at it. McDonald missed it too, and it rolled there after Vivers had touched it. Here it is. Nice run by Ray Kelly.
Beautiful, in behind the defence.
So all he could do was to have a go over the top, knocked down by Vivers. Now here's McDonald out after it, and just got away from it. He'd overrun it. Big chance for Eastern Suburbs, but the bounce of the ball just didn't go with them. Hudson again. 4.5 minutes remaining in this, the second quarter. Cavill Hugh. Still going is Hugh. And there's no support there. They've lost it. South will end up with it. Brad Sully. That was bad news.
That was bad luck. They just didn't have enough men around Eastern Suburbs.
We're going to hold South now, as they haven't had a great deal of the ball as of late. See what they can do with it. Can they drop into that pattern of keeping it going? Because they can. They'll test East's out a bit, but they're wrapping them up quite well. Obviously the Woods there, one over the top and one down below if possible. Harry, long days out to Meninga, straight through his legs, scooped it back to Belcher, did well under a lot of pressure. Belcher loses it now, picked up by Gavin Jones. Jones trying to clear away from Underwood but can't. Fluctuating fortunes at the moment here at Lang Park. Martin Bella. 3.5 minutes to the half-time break. Bowman dummy half. Patterson. 25 metres out from the South line.
Good defence from Muller.
Bowman to Hugh. Unloaded it to Bowman. I don't know how he got it away, but he did. Now back it goes to Patterson. He's starting to get their attack together. McLean, the dummy half. Swings it away to Thompson. To Cook. Cook deciding to hang on to it. You can see that his men outside were well covered. Final tackle's on the way. Gary Thompson. He's kicking across field in that in-goal area. It'll be too far.
Idea was quite good, but just a little long. He wanted to...
he was looking,
kicking for his winger, and which was good tactics because Vivers had moved infield to smother it up. It just didn't come off.
Tap on the quarter line. Eddie Muller away to Higgs. He loses it in the tackle, and East will end up with it. 2.25 minutes remaining in the half. And back it goes to Gary Thompson. Well, East have had some chances here, just haven't been able to capitalise on it. But all is not over yet. Cavill Hugh. He gets it back to Bowman. He's backing up nicely and trailing them through.
Actually, it's East playing South's type of football.
Yeah. Boots on the other foot for the moment. Thompson to Cook. Cook looking for Martin Bella. He sends it over the top. They're trying anything at the moment. East's not recommended stuff. I don't think it's out of the book, is it? Here's McDonald flying through. Can he get the... Oh, bounced away from him, but still alive. But Beavers will end up with it for South. Hudson down injured in the back plane. Another player in the in-goal, McDonald. He's okay. Plenty of action here, Mick.
Oh, tons of action. South's in deep trouble.
Good match here at Lang
Just
Park.
under 2 minutes to go, but they've been frittering away these silly little passes and dropping the ball.
That's Astle. Playing at 30 metres out from his own line. Muller away to Higgs. Higgs back to Lumbey. Lumbey away to Sully. Sully, Muller eventually dies on it.
Oh, I think that was a knock on, you know.
Referee says knock back. Bruce Harry. Minute to go to the half-time break. Jackson. Jackson up to the east quarter line. Final tackle. Belcher over to Harry. Puts up the bomb. That's not a good one. It's right across field, as a matter of fact. Players going everywhere. Bouncing towards touch and is going to find it. Well, it worked out all right for them, I guess. A couple of other scores coming in, Mick. Gold Coast are leading Wynnum by 8 points to 4.
Evans.
And a few from Sydney. Norths lead East by 14 to 4. Manly 6, South Sydney 4. Cronulla 14, Balmain 6, Canterbury 10, Penrith nil, and West 10, Illawarra nil.
Gold Coast dropping into a bit of gear down there.
Getting ready, getting towards the end. There's a penalty coming up, just about on the half-time break here at Lang Park. It'll be the who to go. Right now. Cook sends it away to Hudson. Oh, it's going to be lost by Scott, picked up by Harry to Meninga. Meninga gets it away then to his winger Underwood, but it's half-time at Lang Park. And the half-time score sees Souths go in as leaders by 10 points to 4. Quarter, and their only try so far in the match. They did go close on a couple of other occasions. And you can see it come across here to the winger Scott. Scott going for the corner. And tackled.
And dropped it.
Dropped it just on the line.
He dropped it, but it deserved a try.
So there it is, the scoring in the match so far. For Southern Suburbs, a try by Belcher and a try by Meninga. Beavers has kicked 1 goal from 2 attempts. For Eastern Suburbs, that try by Scott. And Trevor Cook has had 2 shots at goal, been unsuccessful on both occasions. Scrums in the match are going South's way by 4 to 3. East's penalties by 8 to 3. We've seen East lose the ball on 11 occasions, South's on 10. Missed tackles, 6 by East and 3 for Souths. And both have won a scrum against the feed. So that's how it's lined up in this first half of the match. And what I believe, Mick, has been quite an entertaining game.
Oh, very tough stuff out there. First quarter was South. That last quarter was definitely East. They looked dangerous every time they were up in South's quarter, but just couldn't finish it off. There's a little bit of, well, unlucky play there for them.
Having a look at a couple of scores from the other matches around the state. The Gold Coast are leading Wynnum by 8 points to 4. That's unchanged. North Queensland 6, Valleys nil. Redcliffe 8, Ipswich 6, the match up there at Ipswich. And Central Queensland 10, Norths 4. Central Queensland 10, Norths 4. And in the under-18 match, Ipswich defeated Brisbane by 30 points to 20. So that's a good sign for football in that part of the world. 30 to 20 in the under-18 match. We'll be back in a moment with more of this Winfield State League game between Easts and Souths. We said at the start of the game, Brett Lamand not playing today. He received a bump to the head in the first half of the match against Gold Coast last week and has suffered concussion. Was not feeling 100% today, has had a brain scan since then, so that's the reason for his withdrawal here today, which is a fairly wise move, Michael.
Oh, it certainly is.
But I'd say he'd be pretty happy with the way the Eastern Suburbs team have played in his absence here today. So at the half-time break, Souths for the lead at the moment of just on 10 points to 4. Any other scores there from those? I don't know. We've been through those. We've been through all of that business. Good half, I thought, all the way around. The football was good. Some good hard tackling. Handling probably just a little bit astray. The only problem that I think we've had there.
Actually, it was in the last 10 minutes handling fell down. But by Jove, they are getting into that defence. And they're playing entertaining football. That's what rugby league's all about.
Just a reminder also that on Wednesday night at 9:30, you'll see the State League match from Lang Park here. That's the one that will be on board with Norths and Valleys. Norths and Valleys on Wednesday night. You'll see that match 9:30 if you can't get out here. And don't forget, of course, the jockeys and the apprentices will be one of the curtain raisers. Always plenty of action with those boys. Notice too, Mick, the Toowoomba players over there in the can section of the grandstand area there. They're having a few after, well, I suppose they did get thirsty, didn't they?
Yes.
Running through for all those tries.
We got a bit thirsty too, as trying to follow the...
If you go around to your right, boys, you'll see some red jackets there, and...
Yes, they're all over there. They can feel one of those sort of drinks coming on them.
There they are.
I think they've came on them.
That's the Toowoomba team. I don't know where the Wide Bay boys are. Just repeating that early result, a win for Toowoomba by 76 points to 4. 76-4. 13 tries to the Toowoomba Clydesdales. And fairly, despite the fact the opposition wasn't terribly strong, Mick, they showed enough to suggest that they'll win a few more games before this state league is over.
Well, certainly, they were most impressive all around the shop.
No changes to both teams at the half-time break. Just repeating those changes to Easts prior to the match. We knew about Robert Hudson coming in for Tony Anderson. We knew about Gary Thompson for Larry Brigginshaw, but it was Michael McLean coming in for Brett LeMan as the one shock change prior to the start of this match. Well, now Meninga's back on, Mick. Could have suffered a bit of an injury to that groin when he did score that try.
I'm sure he did, Bill, or he aggravated it. And if he's going to start playing this season with injuries, we won't see him playing for Australia against England. If there's any doubt, you pull out.
There's Big Mal.
He's certainly that, isn't he?
Large lad. So Eastern Suburbs coming from the southern end of the ground, and there's the kick-off from Cook. And it's bouncing close to that touchline, but eventually picked up over there by Underwood. Brings it up to just on the quarter line before he's put down. Third quarter of this Winfield State League match between Souths and Easts.
And it's beginning to rain at Lang Park. Big drops coming down, just a cloud passing over.
Thank you very much.
That was from Vivas's Weather Bureau.
Very well done, Michael. So it's Eddie Muller from dummy half. Bruce Astle turns it away to Muller, then to Lumbey. Martin Bella went hunting. Muller, Sully, Harry, Jackson. Jackson through the centre. He's up to the halfway mark. Thompson coming at him, turns it away to Big Mal. Meninga across over there to Linder. Chased, got away from Carson. Going for the line, sets it away to Underwood. Underwood scrambles, gets up, goes again. Is it a try? Yes, it is. Try to Underwood in the corner.
Oh, great work from Peter Jackson. Split the defence. I was about to say he's going back inside. He knew what he was doing. Straight through the middle of Eastern Suburbs. Oh, dear me, they didn't want that to happen early in this quarter. And here he goes, straight inside, up the middle. And I tell you what, he was beautifully backed up by Meninga. Meninga came up on the inside there. There he is. Didn't strain any muscles. Straight on to Linder. Linder nearly away from Carson. But he could see McLean coming. And passed to Underwood. Underwood ran into heaps, legs, boots and everything else. Got up and said, I'm over. And a fair try.
Yes, it certainly was. So that's one for Southern Suburbs, an important one for them. They were struggling a little bit in that last quarter, but they've come back very solidly in the third quarter now, racking up a try and going to a lead of 14 points to 4. Still a few spots of rain coming down here, and Phil Vivas attempting to convert this try. Very wide out. Meantime, Bruce Astle has his boys in a huddle, obviously telling them we've got to keep the pressure on. Vivas coming up for the shot at goal. How is it? It is good. It's over. And it gives Souths a lead of 16 points to 4. You right there, Farmer?
Yes.
You're going to claim him now. He's one of your relations.
Yes. Actually, he's a handy player, isn't he? He's pretty safe. He played at fullback when Belcher was injured. Got a good pair of hands, contrary to the other Vivas that were running around, do you reckon?
Yeah, I tell you what, I bet you don't drop a $50 bill, though. Won't drop a football. This is Underwood, the try scorer. He's about 18 metres out from the Souths line. Good start for Souths to the third quarter. And puts the pressure right on the Tigers from now. Lumbey. Just thinking back on that try, Bob Linton really mowed it along too, didn't he?
Didn't he motor along?
Here's Kellaway. Harry. Back in there to Higgs, who wasn't quite sure that he was getting it.
Looked a bit like a stunned plover there for a moment.
Harry puts it up high. Kelly coming across field. Thompson going at it. Almost collide. Thompson dives on it. Quickly claimed up there by Peter Jackson. Oh, that was Scott coming in from the wing over there. Patterson.
By Jove, that Linder's getting through some tackling too, the south.
Martin Bella up over halfway, a couple of metres inside South territory before he's brought to earth. Bowman from dummy half. Thompson, Cook, Kelly. Hudson up there. Kicking down the touchline, but out on the full. That'll come back to just about on the halfway for this scrum.
This is definitely Eastern Suburbs' opportunity here.
Bowman comes onto the mark. Crossfield. Now back inside of Martin Bella. Bella's 8 metres short of that Southern Suburbs line. Bowman. Thompson. Kelly. Hudson. Tackled by Jackson. Got the pass over there to Scott. Scott wrestled to the ground. McLean, the man with the ball now. Scott from dummy half. Up to about 11 metres out from the south line, but the tackles are ticking away. Bowman to Thompson. Back inside to Gavin Jones. South defence nice and hard.
Oh, and Kellaway's been caught.
Penalty to Easts.
The wrong man's getting the blame.
Peter Bob Linder at the moment. Was it Peter Jackson? Peter Jackson.
Watch Callaway come over the top here. Watch it. Boom. That was the right one. And of course, Peter Jackson's laying underneath. The innocent boss. He's been well and truly lumbered.
Trevor Cook's going to have a shot at goal here. His last kick was from an easy position, similar to that. It wasn't successful. Kick is there this time, though. So that makes it South's leading by 16 points to 6. Sally to feed. Vivas. Muller, of course, is back onto the field now after spending his time in the sin bin. Rick O'Hill. Away from dummy half is Muller. Jeff Ash over there. Underneath. And over the top is Martin Bella. Kellaway turns his back to the defence. Sully. Astle to Vivas. Wrapped up 25 metres out from his own line. Hill is the dummy half. Over to Sully. The boot underneath. Linder knew it was on. He took off. Bouncing away from Scott. Won't find touch though. Scott takes it. That's a bit of trouble. Now gets it away to Carson. Carson out of the first up tackle of Jackson. But Muller eventually takes care of him. Thompson. Hudson. Ray Kelly. Jeff Ash to dummy half. Thompson. Gavin Jones. Tackler was Rick O'Hill. Thompson again. Martin Bella. Final tackle's on its way. Ash to Thompson. Carson into it. Then Kelly. Kelly still going. Onto the halfway mark, but up, kept it going. Back to Thompson. Thompson with a kick forward touch. And it just rolls into
Fast and furious.
Yes, we're in for a good final quarter here. 6 points the difference. 3 tries to 2. from the Magpies. Sully, cross to Harry, to Belcher. Belcher flying through, but Harry was the man to go to ground with it. Tackled by Jeff Ash. Meninga, Linder. Got it to Astle. Astle over there to Kellaway. Kellaway back to Sully. They haven't moved too far, but they still keep it alive. Harry. He goes to ground with it 10 metres short of halfway. Muller from dummy half. Astle. Hill. He's lost it again, Rico Hill. Bella onto it for Easts. Cavill-Hugh back to Bella. Bella taken by the two opposing front rowers in Kellaway and Higgs. 16-10, Souths lead. Thompson cuts out Jones, gets it to Carson. Still on the halfway mark though. Jeff Ash. McLean. 10 metres inside South territory. Thompson. Trying to find a way up the centre, but there's nothing there. Except some good rock-hard defence from Souths. Final tackle. Kelly. Not the best of bombs. Belcher takes it nicely. Jumping high into the air. Rico, or rather Meninga, back over to his winger coming through in Underwood. Here's Linder. Lost it. Regathered, and that will necessitate a scrum.
Had to have a try.
He's had the ball, but they're on their own quarter. Bella.
Got to admire South's tackling. They have not stopped.
Gavin Jones. Yes, it's just been virtually impossible for East to find any gap there at all. Here's Jeff Ash to the halfway. Now to Cook. Way to Ray Kelly. Kelly's through that gap. Got away from Linder, but he's lost it. Regathers. Knockback, says the referee. Retains possession. So it's away from dummy half this time for Hudson. Over the top. Cavill-Hugh intercepted by Meninga and shut the gates. It's all over. Big Mald is definitely not stretching out. He's taking plenty of time to get there. I'd like to have another look at that one. Just breeze straight into it. Well, that shuts the gate in the match. Boy, that was a good finish, Mick.
Yes, it was a top finish. And I tell you what, watch how it's done. Now watch Meninga, he's out on the end of the line. Here he comes, now watch him, just like that. Oh dear, oh dear. And as you said, Bill, he's not stretching out. Look, he's limping. He is not a fit lad, and he wants to pull out, even on the one this week. That's good advice, I tell you.
Anyway, he's over underneath the post for another 4 points for Southern Suburbs. That makes it 20 points to 10, and that wraps up the match for them with 6 minutes remaining. And there's a replacement. Hubie Abbott, I think, is warming up there, so it wouldn't surprise to see Meninga go off. Two reserves lining up there. Mescal, I think, is also down there. Mescal and Abbott. Phil Beavers right in front for this one. That last kick of his, Mick, was a beauty right from the touchline. This one shouldn't be any trouble. And it isn't. Straight through the centre. South lead by 22 points to 10. It's going to be Bruce Astle leave the field together with Steve Underwood. So Hubie Abbott goes onto the wing. And Mark Mescal comes into the forwards. So he'd go to second row and Linder drop back to lock. Belcher sends it back to Jackson. Jackson up to just about on the quarter line. Hill from dummy half. There's Mescal. 30 metres out from his own line. Through goes Eddie Muller. Got away from the tackle, still going. Got away from Thompson, but eventually going to be pulled down. 20 metres inside East Territory. Hill from dummy half. Sully, Harry. Lost by Peter Jackson, picked up by Kelly. 4 minutes remaining in this game. Three-quarter time. Central Queensland leading Norths by 16 to 10. Redcliffe lead Ipswich 24 to 12. Norths and Valleys 6 points all. Wynnum lead Gold Coast 14 to 8. A long one over the top this time for the fullback Carson. Outside there to Scott. Scott still going. Back inside to Carson. Carson stretching out for the line. Tackled by Beavers in the touch.
Oh, beautiful work from Beavers. Came from this side of the field. A little bit of the old fullback coming out in him there. Winger coming from this side to stop a certain try.
Yes, she would have given Carson a very big chance of scoring a try there. Beavers was at him and got him. South ball. Let's have it with it.
Wishing he didn't have it. Look at that.
Gary Belcher. 10 metres out from the southern suburbs line. Meskel. Back behind him. Will be picked up by Belcher. The quarter line. South with a lead of 22 to 10. Just under 3 minutes remaining in this match. What has been a good match at Lang Park. Three-quarter time. North Queensland lead Valleys 18-10. So these countrysides getting a real wriggle on in the bush. Here's Peter Jackson. Round the corner to Eddie Muller. Muller lets it rip. Abbott picks it up on the bounce. Does well to stay standing up. Then throws a pass that East will dive on. And the man to come away with it is Malcolm Scott. McDonald. Midway between the quarter and halfway down in East Territory. 2 minutes to go. This is Hudson.
Nearly gone by the skin of his teeth. He was held on to there.
Cavalier. Bumped back there by Meskel. Cook. Weaving back the other way. Still going. Trying to push away the tackle of Higgs. Fullback Carson. Just a metre inside South Territory. Ray Kelly puts the boot underneath it. Over the head of Beavers. But it won't find touch. Beavers will get back there. Back inside to Peter Jackson. Jackson tackled by McDonald. We're close to the touchline over here. Peter Jackson dummy half. 1 minute remaining in this game at Lang Park. There's Jackson. 5 metres from halfway. Sully over to Higgs. Higgs on the halfway mark. Muller, Sully. Ooh, Gibby Abbott, no chance of getting near that one. Gavin Jones bumps away off Callaway. And then Sully eventually jumps up and pulls him down.
Callaway not having as strong a game as he needs, I think, Bill, to make that side. Been a bit quieter today.
McLean gets it away to Kelly. Kelly smooths it on then to McDonald. McDonald away this time to Jeff Ash, and he throws it back inside. Oh. Meninga straight on the back of Gary Thompson, who's had some bumps today. That's Bowman. And that's full time. Southern Suburbs record their 10th win in a row, have defeated East by 9th win in a row, sorry. 9 wins in a row, have defeated East by 22 points to 10. 22 to 10, South running out winners, and our Canterbury Man of the Match award goes to...
Bob Linder, without doubt. Great exhibition. There he is. If he's not locked forward in the Brisbane side, there's something wrong with the selectors.
OK, well, he's won $200 worth of Canterbury gear, and there it is. It's available from Canterbury of Paddington or Carindale for himself, or in any particular special lady in his life. Bob Linder, congratulations there, has taken out our man of the match for the $200 worth of Canterbury gear. Back with our try of the match in just a moment. Well, there we have it, a good win for South today, and a very entertaining main match here at Lang Park this afternoon between South and East. I think East can be happy with their performance today, Mick, even though they haven't got the 2 points for a win.
That's true. They did play very well. The defence was rock hard, and they played an entertaining attack. They tried to get away with things. It just didn't come off for them this afternoon.
All right, let's have a look at our NEC try of the match award right now. All you have to do is identify the player scoring this try. You'll get your entry form in the Daily Sun tomorrow. Send it in to us, and we'll be drawing out a winner next Sunday morning on our rugby league show from 11 o'clock, and the prize will be that microwave oven from NEC. There's the man. I don't think there'll be too many worries about working him out. Over underneath the post, all you have to do is write his name on your entry form that you'll get in the Daily Sun tomorrow. Send it in to us. You could be in the draw next Sunday for that microwave oven. Well, Mick, we'll be back here at Lang Park on Wednesday night. Another State League match, the one between the two Brisbane clubs in Norths and Valleys. Both at this stage look like going down in the country.
That's true, and I didn't think the country teams had come up so strongly after their poor showings last week.
Well, they seem to have done it pretty well at this stage anyway. That's not full time, but that's the way things are going. So it'll be Norths and Valleys here at Lang Park on Wednesday night. You'll be able to see that match coming up at 9:30 Wednesday night. Hope you'll join us then. All right, Farmer, that's about it for today.
Yes,
see you back.
Toowoomba put in for a second score. Most enjoyable to see them going so well.
All right, thanks very much for that little comment. We'll be back with you on Wednesday night at 9:30. Until then, a very good afternoon.